Hi, welcome back to my play of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. I ate since the last video, so we're just gonna continue and figure out where to help next. Will it be Limsa? Will it be Gridania? Will it be something else? We shall see. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Thereafter you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Y'shtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us than your personally bested the primal Ifrit. You have achieved a great deal in a short time, and won fame in doing so. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Savlena. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons! Ah, Lady Minfilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa, to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Stavo, your recent exploits have granted you the attention of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's bane on its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such length to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evident of their high regard for you. I found myself wondering how word of Stavo's deeds spread so quickly. That the immortal flames should know her triumph is to be expected. What of the other Grand Companies? Your rotation precedes you, Mistress Nabheim. Mistress Nabheim. Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need of a valiant woman such as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that the peace ever reigns over the 12th Wood. What pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mistress Nabheim. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. As do many other in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing to your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizen. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us set the grand vessel of Limsa to the shores of glory. Lady Minfilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need not reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation will help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technographical resources in their respective city-states in time of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the immortal flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You will be charged with the defense and tasks with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiances on a later date, you are entitled to do so. And yet, I consider it is no small choice you face. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I am giving to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, milady. Very well, let Stabo hear out our leader speak, then return her with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited at the discipline for military service. But I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. While the promises of reward is enticing in itself, it's not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Stabo, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet know that great power is wont to attract attention. It's not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must need be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman in the midst of a Grand Company. However, you will be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the day ahead. The Grand Companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. I love the Scions better. Now then, I expect that you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It allows us to stay in touch regardless of your location. Eorzea is changing, Stabo, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now is the time you make ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you of where and when remembrance services are due to take place. I knew this choice was coming up, so I have made thoughts as I've been in the cities. But when it comes to decision, we will talk of it more. Now I shall talk to Tataru. I still might be swayed in the opinion I've so far settled on, but I have chosen all of the cities at one point. We shall see where I end up. And why I've thought so when that comes. It's not a deep story thingy, magic web. I'm sorry about the attention you're getting, Sabalina. I might have sung your praises a little too lightly, and often too few to many people. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. It all goes to plan. Gridania's Grand Company. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of 3 services, and the eldest seed seer Kanisana will deliver her address at Mythkato's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of services might change. Still, there is not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port to call. Next, you'll need to go Ul'dah, where the Flame General Rubahan Alden will be addressing the masses in the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored there will be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa, where the Maelstrom's Chief Admiral Mellyweb Blowfistwind will be giving her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry Zantel and he will admit you. Got all that? Well, let me go then. I hope you find the Remembrance Services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city states in my prescribed order, though with your record it is impeccable timing and luck. The schedule may well change in favor of your preferred arrival plans. Farewell. So Gridania first, she said. To Gridania report. And we shall see what these addresses come out of. What's the number of us now? Level 20! Woo! We are catching up. Yeah. We are catching up. Not that I have 3 characters above 30, but let's not talk about that right now. I really want to do my Icanus quest, but I need to unlock features. So, at one point we shall just power through as many as we can.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
Yeah.
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory.
Memory.
Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on a
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For all
forest.
the elementals!
We've seen these two before. Will they
If
come
you'll
in
permit me,
to play?
Alphinaud,
Alphinaud.
and my sister, Alisaie, at your
Yes.
service.
Oh, nice.
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Garleans are unfortunate enough to have contended with two beast tribes. The Ixal is unquestionably the more troublesome, being a naturally warlike disposition and want to summon the bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are the peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at last. They have grown aloof, and change observed roughly at the time they summoned a primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, but they consider open conflicts a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Troll's Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby powering the elementals, will put an end to the woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, said Wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and the insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all it helps it can muster. I'll help them in the matter. How valuable might the aid be a capable adventurer to prove to them? Then. Okay, next was Ul'dah, wasn't it? Okay, where else do we go? There? No. Yes? No? Yes. No. What? Yes? Pardon me. Oh, okay. I'm going to Chamber of Rule. I'm going to use the Ethernet. Cause yeah. Chamber of Rule. Chamber of Rule. Alrighty. I have to wait? Oh no.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Hurrah! Rauban!
Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Hooray! Oh, they're back!
There. At the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death.
Gosh.
Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
Your grace.
Raoban?
That is a throne.
People of Ul'dah, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
Fancy meeting you again.
The Uldahans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worship the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take you to have encountered them? The Uldahans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flame each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Gallians have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. And even assuming they had the coin, resources will be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him over with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Uldahans send their forces to smite the primal, and although they are invariably succeeded, each victory is brought with blood. It's a war of attraction, which they cannot well sustain. Look at this boy just pointing and pointing. And again. Small wonder then that the Immortal claims are eager to recruit more members. At such desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcoming addition to their ranks. Rude? And then we do Limsa, Luminsa. Here to the attending remembrance service. Be quick, the Admiral is due to give her address at any moment.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Ah, yeah, ah, ha, ha, yeah, ha.
There they are.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say.
Explain it to me.
The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom.
Pirate souls alike.
Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Gridania all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Sahagin.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass? I'll follow ye to the 7 hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Fancy indeed. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa is plagued by 2 beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Leminzen's backyard. And that is to say naught of the internal strife. A nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions. And while they fight amongst themselves, the Garlean whet their blades and watch. If the Leminzens are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be vulnerable to a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Sablina, it has been Philia. You are well, I hope. Would it be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service has now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sand, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Yeah, my decision hasn't changed. I am leaning towards choosing Limsa, the Maelstrom. I kind of want to choose Gridania because I like the look and the audio better in that place. But I really don't like the layout of the city if it is a place that will get more quests. That is like my positioning end. And the same with Ul'dah, that is so confusing with all the places. I feel Limsa's layout is better, and where the Ethernet crystal is short to walking between. So that's how I landed. I also like the ocean and the sea things. I'm an ocean girl. So the Maelstrom is what I have landed on. Welcome back, Sablina. Were the Grand Company's leaders' words illuminating as you had hoped? I like Gridania's speech best. Limsa was a good second. So if that should sway me, then it's at least... It's whatever. I can change later if it had some meaning. Each nation is beset with problems. I chose to know why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Sabrina. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alisaie, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
What's going on here?
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Who's their grandfather? What's going on here? How was the Admiral's speech? Ah, but you need not explain. If you stand before me now, the answer is enough. You're also resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? Have you? That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together, friend. Now the choice is made. It's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to the Maelstrom's command back in Limsa. 'Tis on the upper decks, in case you have forgotten. I will send word of our personal officer to expend to you. The duties of a Maelstrom soldier can be both horrendous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. As it was off cooldown. I think I read perfectly speedily enough. Did I say upper decks? I forgot to pay attention. Oopsie. After castle. Hail, adventurer. What business have you at the Maelstrom command? My name is Dublin Nebem. I believe you're expecting me. I'm gonna be that close. They're expecting me all. Dublin and Nebem, I, our recruitment officer, sent word of your coming. It shall be my honor to induct you into the ranks of the Maelstrom. Now, before I can accept your oath, you must be made aware of the several... What is it, private? This had be better important. Sir, we've received a report from the lookout in Nova Scotia, sir. Imperial forces have fired upon Highwind Skyways airship. The vessel's in a bad way, sir, and appears to be banking for an emergency landing in Cedarwood. Cedarwood? Darn it! We have no troops available in that area. The bulk of our infantry is bogged down off the coast, skirmishing with the fishbacks. Nab him. This is highly irregular, but a fair offers duty in service to the Maelstrom must be unofficial. If our man in Nova Scotia is correct, the airship will come down in the territory crawling with Imperial scouts. If there are any survivors, we must reach them before the Gallians do. Make haste to Cedarwood, locate the airship, and if any of its occupants are alive, make sure they come to no further harm. We shall see about swearing you in upon your return. Fun! Fun, fun, fun. Cedarwood? Cedarwood, 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 Cedarwood. Okay, it's barely fast to travel. Okay. Didn't I have that? Really? Is there no stone there? Oh, it's down there. I see. Then let's go Arch and Peloton. Never will I ever get that one. Maybe. Maybe. Middle, yeah. Aww. Sheep. All right. Head to Cedarwood and determine the fate of the airship and its crew. I'll see if they will accept it when I do duties like this unofficially then. It might be bad. Maybe just got weapons item. When did I get this? Was it when I did the dungeon? Because I got no loot. So this is the way you get loot if you do NPC dungeon? Maybe? 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 Nobody knows. Why did I read beast when I know it's bat? There was a line between them. That was up when I pull more than I think sometimes. Is there a connection thing I can see? Good that I haven't played this game for literally hours and still learning things. No! Didn't want to be archer, but it's okay. Okay. It's not horrible, it's just, you know, leveling rogue. More XP worth for their task. But it's fine. I like archer. Oh, birdie. An adventurer. What's you doing here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Don't walk anymore. You're gonna crack more. Branches. Wow. Language. I don't know language anymore, apparently. Here we're in fast. Maelstrom Command sent you. How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. You are now. Be at ease, sir. We are of the Maelstrom. Your Garland Ironworks engineer, yes? One of our lookouts reported the attack on our crafts. We're here to rescue you. You must be Nabheim. Good work on reaching our friend here before the Imperials. Fine. I like it. Be attentive. Be suspicious about spies. I like this. They ruined a ship. And them. I've never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. Is there no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong on imperial hands. They are not to be squandered of the Eorzean savages. Oh. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. And bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Nuh-uh! Nuh-uh! Scouting party from Castum Occidents. I'd say. It seems they want our ship engineer. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool is a Lalafell. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Tiny Bronco? Isn't that the new design people have been whispering about? It's the first airship we built since the Calamity. The third since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring. She really was. Till those beasts blasted her out of the sky. Alright, pay attention. We're going to hit these Imperials hard and fast. If they want a survivor from Asia, they can have a knife in the gut. But they're not getting that ship. Oh, And don't forget to save the Lalafell. Okay. I'll save him, you do the ship. What say you, Nabham? Ready to give those curs hiding? So many phrases I don't know here. Like a tidal wave, lads. Charge! An ambush! 2 arms! Good to get some action after all that story time. Oh, okay. It's been a while since I played this. I remember that was a dude. But I have AoEs. Don't I have AoEs? Aren't you? On level saints, I do not have AoEs. Level 18. I'm level 18. Oh, I was just too far away. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have the big ray. Oh, okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you very much. Well left the remnant. This has gone long enough. Right up. I'll start with this one, won't I? You can get that. Stand up. Oh, not anything at all apparently, because I'm horrible with targeting. Lalafell. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too darn close. So, how's she look anyways? The auxiliary propeller is dead loss. But I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. We will stand watch until the ship is ready to take off. The Imperials will come looking for the scouts eventually, but I doubt they'll get here for a good while yet. Nabhem, you are free to return to the Maelstrom command and complete your induction. Ordinarily, I'd ask you to stay, but I think we'd feel better knowing an adventure of your ability was safe, sworn in and ready for the next mission. Rest assured, I'll inform the commander of the part you played today. I just want to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if I hadn't been for you and the Maelstrom lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, a depth friend. We both are. Don't worry about it. Be on lookout. Wedge. Thank you very much. Very grateful. Poor fella. And we go back. I think this is the game for a good part. Just hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I still haven't released any episodes, so if you know you watch, if you've commented on the first ones to suggest changes, they still will not have reached my tongue flickers. Not my elobes. But so yeah, just I've almost edited it done, but I just needed to open some things in this game. Have retainer for now. Hoping it's not too far for mount. And then I can like small quests while I look through the videos for edits and such. That was my goal, so it's why it stopped up, because yeah. That was just how it went. So hopefully we shall be there very soon and you can start interacting with me. Airship, that's the wrong one. I talked so much to you I forgot what I was doing. I don't even know where I was now. I think it was to the bulwark because I went down to the bulwark. I did say I liked the layout of this better than the other one. I'm sorry if that seems weird right now. But yeah. Could have just ported right here. Currently med raste. Welcome back, Nebhem. I just heard the report. You needn't be concerned about the engineers. They completed the return trip without further Imperial interference. I must admit, I had my doubts at first, but it seems the stories about you are true. I look forward to seeing what else you're capable of. After you're properly induced into the maelstrom, of course. Now, speaking of your induction. Sorry about that cut. I got a call and had to do a thing. Now I'm gonna be induced. That sounds wrong. Let us start afresh, shall we? Yes, please. You are welcome here, Stabolina Nabhem. That such a well-respected adventurer would choose to join our ranks is most heartening. Before you swear your allegiance to us, however, it is only right that I'll tell you exactly what it is that you will be joining. A grand company is more than simply a collection of soldiers. It is an all-encompassing organization which draws upon the resources of an entire city-state to form a united military force capable of standing against a nation's deadliest enemies. We are the Maelstrom. We of the Maelstrom are charged with meeting the threats posed by the Primals and the Garlean Empire, and solving the many problems caused by the calamity. Every man, woman, and woman who serves under our colors has a role to play in keeping the great warship that is Limsa afloat, and on whatever heading the Chief Admiral Melweb sees fit to set. As part of this grand vessel's crew, you will be expected to take your turn at the oars, for the winds do not look favorable. Lass and strength of arms may be all that sees us safe to port. If I've lost you with talk of ship and oar, let me put it another way. A Maelstrom soldier labors till her last breath, fights till her last drop of blood. We give our all in service to this nation, and no less is expected of you. Nabhem. It's customary for new recruits to swear an oath of their own choosing upon entering the Maelstrom's rank. Is there aught you'd like to say? What skills I have are yours till sea swallows up. Ah, yes, many and varied skill of the adventurer. I have no doubt that your travels have furnished you with such knowledge and will prove invaluable to our cause. Stabalina Nebhai, I hereby assign you to the rank of Storm Private 3rd Class. You are now officially a soldier of the Maelstrom. Welcome aboard, privates. May you serve Limsa and Limsa well till sea swallows all. I like that saying. Can you hear me, Sabla? It's Midfilia. An officer of the Maelstrom contacted me with the news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Nebheim. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you pay a visit to our old ones first. Remember, though you are no woman of the storm, you are no less a scion. Pray return to the Walking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends who I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. No rest for the wicked, eh? Before you make yourself scarce, I recommend having a word with Commander Viki. Might be worth your while. Well, I shall do that then. Maybe. Depends if it's far away. You may not accept quest, my little chocobo, by speaking with... Okay, I'm gonna do that. The quest must be included to end the main scenario for a realm reborn. My little chocobo! Delivery missions unlocked. But let's duties take us far and wide. We need Storm Chocobo insurance by exchanging company seals with the quartermaster once you have the steeds. Okay. Storm Quartermaster. 200. Okay. We will get that when we get that. And we'll see swallows or speak with Simon done in the Waking Sands. Oh, okay. Here I come. Yeah, the call. I have a friend who's going on vacation for 2 months, so I'm driving to the airport later on. And called me in a panic. Needed to go to the store with a bunch of things. And it closed in 20 minutes. So I just had to run off. Hence the little cut in this video. Welcome back, lady. The lady waits you inside. What was that thing I'm gonna get? Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. My scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Stabalina. Now then, last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some old friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention to you that you have already met. Tatara, please show them in. This way, sirs. Oh, yay! Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm Gods, man, spit it out, will you? Wedge! At your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow even more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we science should serve as keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the science, I bid you welcome to the Walking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you and fight for the future of the realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. It seems too perfect, but I'm gonna go with it. I was Archer, but it's fine. I got storm seals. What's storm seals? Oh, is it what I need to buy the chocobo thingy? Ooh.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
Nice.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylph's favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
Oh, yeah.
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
speak with someone at the Edisneth. We know far too little of the Sylphs to lay any worthwhile plans. We must call upon the science once more. We are to... beg pardons. A terrible habit of mine to think aloud. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nests? Ding! Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek and twine your destiny with their twin adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papliup. Pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Science of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the twin adder was in need of our adventuring powers. Aye, your little bird sang true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, the curious beast tribe that calls the depth of the 12th wood home. The Sylphs are, for most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seer, who has more desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. No desire. The twin adder is of the same mind. 'Tis precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, Beastman will be Beastman. Should there even be a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribe, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylph to their own ways? That's the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive to an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistake a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves. Seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. This is where you science come in. Like it. Clever. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered, and I have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I'd urge you to execute due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have a cross-cultural faux pas in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer station there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. Friendly palver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe a ferry departing from West Shore should take a stride there. West Shore Pyre, West Shore Pyre, West Shore Pyre. A friendly palver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papliomo. nearby, the ferry docks at the base of this hall will carry you across the lake to Shroud. Once ashore, head up and you'll find Hawthorne Hut without trouble. Oh, talk to the person. Okay. I didn't pay attention to if that's the right place. It is. I could have ethervited there. I didn't, because I said the ferry would bring me straight there. I feel like I was lied upon. Lied upon. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh. Hunts. Must do hunts. Oh, archery. Okay. And 4 of these. Instead of 1 more? Yes, it is. There we go. More. If I run upon them, I will do them. Yes, I will need to do a few at some point. Have yet to decided. How to do them on characters right now. I'm just doing them to level the new ones if I run past. But it's a collectible thing, so it needs to be done, otherwise my brain might just, you know, melt from the inside out. Rational as ever. Indeed, I am Emilian of the Twin Adder. Understand you're here to learn about the Sylphs. For all of their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. And their trust, however, they are as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we, no? Would you know more, you'd do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than I'll ever know. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're a peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Beg pardon, friend. My memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much more in my adventuring days, and it's all clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. You might have more luck with them. I'm so sorry. The Sylphs, yes, father told me the story plenty times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest you face end with a mess of glyphs, snuggles, and chocobo scratches. That was weird. The quickest way to acquire a woman's heart might be through her stomach, but I don't even think of trying to foist your foodstuff on a Sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. I hope this is helpful. The Sylphs, inventive tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing marble faces on animals, the next they're sending a young sentries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Wolf claims they harbour no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. It's guess not. Oh, of course, hearing the stories, well, my stories, has brought these memories flooding back to me. It was useful. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among the kind. You do well to remember this. Just may help you win the favor of our forest friends. Oh, still here. Great. There is one more thing you should know about the sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring, drat. What was it again? My Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friends. Speak to Rosa at the comp. Her memory should prove more reliable than mine own. Where is Rosa? Ah. What if I only had a chocobo? I'll have it next time. I'll bomb things. I'll have it next time. I'll find a way. Rosa Hawthorne. What is Hawthorne? A peace offering for the sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past the front doorsteps there. No, that tends to run more than the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? That's what we call the root of that most fiendish seedkin, the octu. When chewed, it exudes a loud liquid that's said to induce curious visions to the imbiler. You'd not catch me dead trying that stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've not seen an octu around the comp for quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump in my grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of the amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised what comes out. Good luck! Use the amber syrup on the curious tussock and the octu. Okay. And I am rouge. Come here, octu. Present the milkridge to Rolf. Aye aye. To Rolf we go. Tra-la-la-la. Milkroot. Trying to decide if that sounds delicious or disgusting. The Hawthorne Hut. Oh, you're back. My wife was able to direct you to suitable offering. Milkroot, but of course. Those sylphs quaff about that cloudy stuff as quick as I do a flagon of mead. The effect is just about the same as well. Anyway, a gift of milkroot will have the sylph calling you friendly and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Let me wrap it up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. I've taken the liberty of wrapping up your milkroot well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh. Not to mention spare you from that awful stench. Gimme! The sylphs love this stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in a chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the marble that puts an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You have more important matters to attend to today. Yes, the sylphs are eccentric bunch, but have shared their company enough to know they're kind at heart. They'll not shun ones whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of cauliflower mead with your name on it, if you regale me with your adventuring tales. And afore I forget, don't go trapsing off just yet. Amelie and here just have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass among my regards to the winged ones. Couple. Ghost Snash. Films attack with a Ponzi and exit from the target's rear. Have to be behind. It gives more. It gives more from the rear, but it doesn't. I can still do it from all sides. Okay. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek a young Sylph with the name of Komuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples for many occasions, and he has a close heir on his tribe's Ul'dah. I see that Horton has furnished you with some of that melodious root for the Sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater importance for you to deliver, a missive to the elder seer herself. To summarize, the letter contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the XIV has taken a toll on our resources, but we can ill afford to get made into another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return in good tidings. Hey! Off we go to Little Sylphlands. What is it now? What level is it? It's 21 now! We started with 18 earlier today / last video. This is a speed I like. And I can get my chocobo as soon as I figure out how to pump that. And I have my retainer. Things can be more fruitful. Oh, so cute. Walking Ones is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange Walking Ones. Strange Dancing One might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one would answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Walking One brings Milkroot. Milkroot brings this one with great joy. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. This is fun, I like it. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respect to your Elder, and learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These Walking Ones come from Gridania? Walking Ones become Dancing Ones and brought Milkroot, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking Ones should go home. Dudes! Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace will always welcome Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Stabalina here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still would you refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of walking ones. Elder one says no words for Gridania. Walking one waste everyone's time. Well, I never turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was it Stabilina's jig insufficiently jiggy? I am as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might end their trust. What say you, Edam? Yes, Stabo. Are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the Sylph's traditional greeting, but you greeted hardly any of them. Well, if I were a Sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Oh! There's those leg cramps on my neck. Thing up again. Walking one knows jolly dance. Jolly dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. You're so welcome. Walking ones would be friends with these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps the ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking one learned the secret, Walking one could not weave in the same way. Walking one is a friend to these ones. Friendly like gracious Ul'dah, one of Forest City. Knows how to dance into these little ones' hearts. I like this. I hope they don't give over to Ramu so we can keep them. Stabo, would you like to hear the good news? Or the better news? The good news that your lovely dancing has brought smiles to our high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news, why I thoroughly recovered from those XIV cramps. Onward to an extra adventure! Stabo, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero or knight. No doubt you've seen what I'm getting at. Yourselves to make the home in Little Solace, do so having been driven from the woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out the troubles yourselves and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, wouldn't you say? That said, the Sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would better off intriguing with the hero Imedia of the Gridanians who reside here. She's most likely to privy you with the Sylphs' troubles. Praise be to the elements. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. Sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from the malms around are free to wander and terrorize the hapless residents. The Zig golems and the Knoll gats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each would serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you could gather 3 brown bushes as well. They play an important role in Sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forests, they are not easy to come by. When you are done with the deed, seek out Comuxio. He's slow to warn to outsider, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. My own experience speaks to this. Okay, hoppagay. And one of each meanie and pick brushes. And you. Yell if you see bushes. No, yeah. I will be friends with the elves because they are so stinking cute. I just can't. I cannot not can. Lazy for you. How did I run so far? It was fun. Always remember to keep hydrated. Comuxio. Be my friend, Comuxio. I'm just gonna start this out dancing because seems like the safest thing to do. Dancing one is still here. Dancing one can dance all day. This one trust is not so easily earned. Dancing one brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing once and bitey bussy once. This one hates bitey bussy once. Dancing one is kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to this one's abode, but few ones are friendly like dancing one. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust dancing one after all. This one asks dancing one for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But dancing one is not like other walking ones. This one can trust dancing one. This one would ask dancing one for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from the Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' homes are in danger. Danger! This one begs of dancing one to help this one no more. Dancing one is friend with these ones and walking ones, yes? Dancing one must speak to these ones here and walking ones in hut's house and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one's fair steel ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, dancing one. This one depends on the kindness of dancing one. I will investigate suspicious presence for you, my friend. Kumixu. I'm great with names, I promise. Shush, shush. This one says still walking ones are scary, like torched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. I don't like scary either, my friend. Why are you back here? What is going on here? strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one had seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunts for shiny treasures. This one likes treasure. Treasure is nice. I agree with that. Treasure's good. However, the ones are scary. Of that we can agree. I seem to have a hunt for these lemurs. Well, unfortunately, they must fall victim to my arrows. Or not? My chat says like 1 out of 4, 1 out of 3, 1 out of whatever. So that's when I say one more, it's because I can see it behind here. Behind there. Another fates. Now another fancy. Of that one I need 4 as well. Oh, so many hunts. There must be. Oh, I want more. I want more shoots. I hope Archer is fun later on, or whatever it turns into. But we shall see. I'm just expecting things to be overturned. The ones that like L levels are not funny later, and the ones I so far do not like at L levels will be things I end up liking, but we shall see. Where are you, my little? Oh, you're not my little. There's some types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Wow, I ran all the way here to hear that. That is useless. Men clad in strange armor. Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. And back we go. Have this. Yes, I have this. This is very good that I have it. Ah, let's just checking out some. Ooh, we have another gnat for me to hunt. 2 out of 4 of that one. I want to finish this. I can do it. If I can't, I won't. If I can, I will. This one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? I didn't dance. Oh. This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire. Carry boxes and go walking deep. Deep through trees. As this one thought. Steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark. Right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go looking for steel ones, yes? Of course I will. I shall not have you worried, my friend. I shall not. Pardon, pardon. Okay. We find steel ones. We. Oh. Hello. Oh. keep poisoning them? So I have like 3 shots. What is the point? 3rd cohort equates. And that was it. Okay, boxes. Boxes hidden, and now we will talk to Komuxio again. My friend. I'll dance for him this time. I will. I hope I remember for these 5 meters. Yeah. Dancing one is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing one found something. Dancing one found paper inside of box. This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has name of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes. This one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do still walking ones know how to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping one selling secrets to steal walking ones? This one fears for this one's home. But dancing one has helped this one so much today. Dancing one must promise to always be friend to these ones. I will! I do. Helpful one arrives at good time. This one needs helpful one's help. This one named Claxio ventured. One of these ones named Claxio ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Claxio. I will. Claxio stuck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastie one. Yeah. He's so cute. I must run and find Claxio. Come here. Don't worry, little one. Don't worry. Are you worried? What walking one wants this one to return to Little Solace? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those ones who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on walking ones for everything, no better than those ones that summon the primal one. Small wonder this one choose to leave. This one thought it's likely place to build a home, but then meddling one arrives. Forces this one to go deeper in the forest. Meddling one is forbidding for following this one. Away with meddling one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to bother you, but your friend was worried about you. I'm so sorry. What? Claxio refuses to return to these ones and went deeper in the forest. But this one saw torch ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead helpful one to Claxio. But hurry! Hurry before touch ones take Claxio away. Whoa! He ran fast in that little time. Don't mind me. Sylphlands. Ooh. I half expected there to be a dungeon with sylphs. Can't see one, but it might just not pop up until it's relevant. I have no idea. No idea. Claxio. Feels a little bit like Lost Words. Oh, is the monster sword here? Never mind that. Don't think, yes, I was rogue, I hope. It doesn't really matter. Meddling one is back. This one told Meddling one to be gone. Tell Cumuxio this one will never go back. Never. Oi, touch ones. Touch one said go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Young God Savo, these elves have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amaljaws tempered by Ifrit, these elves exist only to serve their deity. They will not answer to words, only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Oh, level question mark. What is this? These ones fast then, I guess. Okay, something to be done. One, yes, one, yes. Ah, that's swapping targets. I'm not good with remembering my combo then. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Claxio, this one has been worried, so very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of its wits? Cumuxio, and meddling ones as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio safe fills this one with joy. Cumuxio forgave this one. This one did not need to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with the others. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touch ones did. This one was wrong. This one can see that now. Helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Cumuxio and friendly ones. Prove your worth. Get respect. Show respect. Well, that should see to that. But say return to Little Solace as well. I, for one, could do with a little nice hot bath. Do they hot bath? Is this possible there? I'm curious now. I am curious now. Huh. So many hands done. Not even the one I've done hands on, but you know, to be that clever about it and thinking such as and this hunts of these will also not be in Gridania surrounding areas called Shroud, in the Shroud. It will be in Limsa surrounding area, which is La Scotia. Is it? It's the old Tankada. It's the Ul'dah one. Yeah. La Scotia. Surrounding areas are the Hansfar Rogue one. I'm gonna speak like this one now. This one might be confused with speaking from now on. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helper one saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helper one is kindest and strongest of all. Helper one is a hero to these ones. Helpful one will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful one to see Elder one. But Elder one is... Elder one is... What is it? What is Elder wand? One. Not Elder wand. Something completely different. This one must ask kind one's forgiveness. This one made promises to take kind one to see Elder one, yes. But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder one is not here. Elder one is not anywhere. Elder one went into forest yesterday, but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder one often goes into forest, but never for this long. Kind one will help find Elder one, yes? Near where Elder one disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscarian. Buscarian may know what happened to Elder one. This one would walk to Buscarian, but walking one does not always trust these ones. Would kind one talk to Buscarian for this one? And kind one comes from Gridania, yes. In Gridania lives many kind ones, yes? This one begs of kind one. Please go to Gridania and ask fellow kind ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder one returns. I will have you get your Elder one. I will have you get your Elder one. It is back at home, right? Not my home, but at home. But I think we're gonna call that one for this episode. And then we will figure out where the Elder one is in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stabo out.